We are putting a spotlight on Down syndrome, on how the potential of persons with Down syndrome is only being realized within South Africa now, but at a very, very slow pace. Now, a Tshwane-based association, together with the African Beer Emporium, is celebrating all persons living with this genetic disorder through a fundraiser called Under an African Sky. For more on this, we are joined by organizer of the event, Celeste Theron, and with her is Elaine Passmore from the Down Syndrome Association. Ladies, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, Celeste, I'm going to start with you. Tell us a bit more about the event and why you decided to conceptualize it.
Under an African Sky is a celebration for people with Down syndrome, and we have decided that it is important to do the celebration also as a fundraiser for the Down Syndrome Association of Pretoria. And we have included some artists that we feel represent people with Down syndrome. Fransha van Gogh would be performing, Sculptor Sadenote is doing comedy, and yeah.
Okay, so what else can we expect from this, apart from the performances and the artists rendering entertainment?
You can expect incredible food and of course from African Beer Emporium, but you can also expect to have the opportunity to engage with people with Down syndrome having a good time, because I think that is very important.
Okay. Let's talk about Down syndrome on its own, Elaine. So, I mean, how does your organization tie into this? I mean, how involved are they?
So we are working together to organize the event. It's to raise awareness as well as funds for the association. We want to showcase the abilities and potential of persons with Down syndrome and let people see that they are just typical people who just happen to have an extra chromosome.
And why is it important to spread the awareness? Because not so many people are actually aware of this kind of syndrome, and you know, not so many people are so privy to information with regards to it.
So oftentimes there's a stigma attached to Down syndrome that our children are always happy or cannot do certain things, and it's important to raise awareness because persons with Down syndrome want to contribute to society. They want to show that they have value, and as parents and as persons with Down syndrome often feel that they have to prove themselves, and we just want them to see that they're just like everyone else with just different abilities.
Yeah, I mean, you've just taken us to town about how you've managed to achieve that, but what are the kind of strides that you've taken in ensuring that people are made aware of the abilities of people living with Down syndrome?
We have a lot of awareness opportunities, awareness days that we have events to raise awareness. We work on inclusion in schools. We work on inclusion in businesses. We have a school to work program where our adults go out and show exactly what they can do in businesses where they do job sampling and get experience and upskill themselves.
Right. Now, Celeste, I do understand that young people living with Down syndrome will also be behind the scenes in planning this event. Take us through that.
I just want to mention that young adults with Down syndrome will be helping us prepare the food for the event, and they will also serve the tables. They are very much involved with organizing the events.
And how were they selected?
They are part of the
School to Work
program at the Down Syndrome Association. So we have young adults in the development program that we are working with.
Give us more details when this event will be taking place and the times and how we get hold of the tickets.
Okay, great. It's taking place on the 30th of July and it starts at 6 p.m. You can get hold of Elaine for tickets, or you can go on Plankton for tickets.
Okay.
You can also go on African Beer Emporium.
How much are they costing?
It's 450 Rand a ticket. If you can't attend the event, you're also more than welcome to sponsor a ticket for a young adult with Down syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Elaine, just briefly, we don't have much time. You've got events throughout the year that you do. Take us through those briefly.
So throughout the year, we have a range of events from our International Down Syndrome Day, which is on the 21st of March. We've got this event. We've got our Athletics Day, which is coming up on the 7th of September, only for persons with Down syndrome, which is showcasing their abilities on the athletic field. And then our National Down Syndrome Awareness Day is on the 20th of October, where we will have, in that month, a whole range of activities.
Okay. Ladies, thank you so much for your time. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much for having us.
Thank you
All right,
very
that
much.
was Celeste Theron and Elaine Passmore from the Down Syndrome Association. They've been speaking to us about a fundraiser event that they are hosting on the 13th of July called Under an African Sky. This is Morning Live. We'll have your sports news in just a moment.